Welcome. This is an overview video of the Gold Layout North Carolina Wesleyan University's disc golf course. It's going to be drone footage, video footage showing the flyovers. Maybe we'll have a link to it for future tournaments for people that haven't played the course, give them a little idea of what it looks like and what to expect. So for those of you that don't know, there are three layouts here. We've got the Gold, which is the longest of the three, and then we have a Navy, which is the same baskets, just shorter throws. Really good for beginners and trying to get the students out here involved with disc golf, as well as for the more advanced player, you know, considering an ace run or see if you can go perfect game, minus 18, see what you can do. And then we have a 9-hole layout, which is basically the 7 holes at the front of campus with 2 extra tee pads playing back. So you're playing 7 baskets from 9 tee pads, makes a circle, little loop, played to 30-45 minutes. It's a nice little trek. But this video, like I said, is going to be the video footage of Gold, and hope you like it. Little disclaimer real quick, I guess, that everything that has been done to this disc golf course here on campus is donor funded. So between financials from alumni and community members and donors alike, appreciate everything you all have done. You supply the finances for me to put in some labor with some help in getting this course to where it is now. So I bring that up because this footage is filmed by me, and I am not a drone flyer, I'm not a videoer, I'm not a YouTuber. So if you don't like it, why don't you donate your time and resources and make a better drone footage for me and for the Wesleyan course. I appreciate everything. Appreciate you watching this. Hope you enjoy it, and be on the lookout for bigger and better things still to come.
Okay, so hole 1, sponsored by Luke Callahan, the Disc Golf Kid, in collaboration with Kevin Snyder. We appreciate their support. This is a par 4, 460 feet, and as this drone is flying, it's actually taking a right-hand backhand line. There is a lefty backhand as well as a forehand line as well, but how we're seeing it fly here is probably the more common line that most people are going to take. I think it is very plush par 4 for most players, as birdie is very easy to obtain, and an occasional eagle has been made. Hole 2, sponsored by Rocky Mount Radiator. Thank you guys, appreciate all the support. Here we have hole 2, a little over 300 feet. We do have a road we're coming up on that is OB. We've got to cross it or stay on the other side of it for your second shot. Pretty wide open till you get to that road, and then you've got a few trees guarding the basket, and there it is. Hole 3, Tyler Clark and the whole Clark family sponsored this hole. We appreciate it. Tyler Clark, great guy. Used to work for me in the store, played baseball at Wesleyan, I suppose his dad. But anyway, here we got another one, a little over 300 feet. The tricky thing about this one is that there's OB ditch to the left and to the right. Right past the basket, maybe 5 feet past that basket, is a ditch. So if you go long, you are OB. If you go in the ditch, you are OB. So you want to land short, but close enough to get the putt. Okay, hole 4. This one measures just a little under 450 feet. It is our second par 4 for the Gold layout. This one has been eagled several times. It is very possible to birdie when you're on your game, though. The drone, again, is flying the backhand straight line to the back of the Petaway dorms. And once you hit that open landing area, you have a clear shot to the basket. There is a forehand line as well, a little more tricky, a little more trees in the way, but it is possible. Hole number 5, sponsored by Carolina Tire. Thank you guys, appreciate it. This is pretty much a straight 250 feet, 255 measured. A few trees both sides. I've seen forehands, I've seen backhands. But if you got a nice straight mid-range, that is probably the play for this hole, but you better watch them trees. Okay, so this is not a hole, but this is a walk between 2 holes. We are going to hole 6, but originally this used to be hole 1. So I figured with this little bit of walk, we would show it because some people first time through might not be able to find hole 6 because it is a little bit of a walk and a little bit out of the way, unless you have UDisc up and watching GPS. But little history, what happened originally when we reset this course up where we are going right now used to be hole 1. We figured this parking lot would be great because it wouldn't be part of the walk. You finish on the last hole and you just walk back to your car. So in theory, this isn't walking of the course. We changed it though and made the hole behind the store hole 1 because of the logistics of just that. The store, restrooms, cafeteria is right there. We got indoor water bottle filling stations. It just made sense to make that hole 1 and a perfect tournament central. Hole 6, we've got OB parking lot to the right, and we have a road to our left, so we need to kind of follow along this cross-country trail. It is about 320 feet, par 3, and as you make it up here, anywhere past these trees is a good spot to get your disc to start hyzering back to the left a little bit. There is a forehand, but it's a little harder. Hole 7, sponsored by Ameriprise Financial. We appreciate it. Stephen Felton and his group down there for sponsoring this hole for us. This is hole 7, 375 feet. This is a haul for a par 3. Pretty technical. I would say the best thing to do is try to follow along the nature trail right here again, the cross-country trail. You can go through the trees to the left if you think you can pull that off, but it is a very hard birdie to make and a very easy bogey. Hole 8, sponsored by my boy Kevin Wiggins. Appreciate everything, buddy. I can tell you right here, this is about 235 feet. I'm going to forehand this thing right along that nature trail. It's going to turn a little bit to the right. Basket finishes left of the trail. Kevin Wiggins, I know he's going to be the lefty that he is anyway. He's going to backhand this thing and probably birdie it more times than I ever will. Hole 9, this one is about 260 feet, another par 3, and you kind of want to throw it straight right along this nature trail again. There are some deep woods to the right. You do not want to go in there. You do not want to hit a tree and kick in there. Stay away from the right. This basket, you can ace run it. Pretty good birdie potential, but if you miss, it is a risk reward. As you can see, that basket is on a little bit of a hill, so if you miss, it's going long. It'd go from a birdie to a bogey quick. Okay, hole 10 is sponsored by Jennifer Wiggins, works with Jason Walters Real Estate out of Spring Hope. This is a downhill 215-foot shot. The way the drone is flying is the line I usually take. Most people go a little more left out past the trail. The creek we're coming up to and the bridge are painted during tournament as being OB, so it could be an easy birdie, but it can also be an easy 4 or 5 or 6. Okay, hole 11, sponsored by Yeat Street Discs. Go check them out. Appreciate everything they do for us. Mark Moore, his wife Sarah, and Andy Jocelyn, great team to work with. They have run tournament on our campus. We appreciate it. Plan to do more tournaments in partnership with them. So this hole is about 345, slight uphill, probably plays closer to 380. There is a road to the left. You do not want to go over there. It is OB. Basket finishes to the right, so we do have forehand opportunities, backhand turnovers, hard birdie, but it is possible. Hole 12 starts under this huge tree, nice little shade tree to get started. Got our beautiful looking indoor tennis facility to the left of us. Wide open green here, 325 feet or so. Basket's going to finish to the right. There is a house. It is the president's house. It is out of bounds. Do not go there. And then we got these few big trees right to the right. You need to miss. Go one way or the other around them. And then your basket is tucked away right there. Hole 13. I would say this is a wide open hole. But I guess if you do go a little too far right, there are some low limbs that can mess up your shot. But wide open otherwise. Forehand or a straight backhand to it. Don't go long. The road is OB, but it is very birdieable as well. Hole 14, the most experienced shot that I see thrown here is as this drone is flying. A little forehand to the left, or backhand, any turnover shot maybe. You can go to the right, but this is the more common play. There are quite a few trees blocking the perfect ace shot to that basket, especially those low limbs are going to stop you. Hole 15, this is a fun one for sure. We have OB Road. We have a driveway behind the basket that's OB, and anything long is OB. So off the tee, if you go OB, there is a drop zone we just flew over. You have to throw from there with a stroke penalty. If you make it to the road, across the road, in the green, you are good for the birdie. And you have to be careful though on this birdie shot that you do not slide into that driveway or you're going to get OB stroke. Okay, hole 16. I don't think I really need to say too much about this. It's a straight shot over the hedges. I think plenty of people come to campus and just park right there and ace run their bag and go for it. Yeat Street again sponsored this one for us. Appreciate you guys. Rocky Mountain Mills sponsoring hole 17 for us. This is about 330 feet. Again, we have a road that is out of bounds. And the way this drone is flying is a little more left than I would go. I kind of go a little more to the right. But there are some early trees right before you get in these woods that you can hit and still have a very long look. But the basket's going to finish a little bit more right, so I kind of go to the right with the backhand. This is more of a forehand line, but it does work. Manis Motors right here down 301 actually sponsored hole 18 for us. Scott Manis and his crew. Appreciate it, guys. This is a fun one. What a way to end the course. Anything can happen all the way to the last hole. Sidewalk we just flew over, the green that we are on right now, and the sidewalk that we're coming up to is all considered hazard play. I like to think of it as a dry pond. So if you land in there, you get a stroke penalty, but you throw from where your disc is, and you get your disc back instead of losing it in the water. Is it birdieable? Sure.